I'm back. I'm back. It's official. I'm back. And I ain't feeling lie. I ain't feeling lie. I've been pushing it to the side for a minute now. For a fat minute. But that's it. We were making TikToks and Reels, but now I'm back on YouTube. So with that being said, side note, CT Barber Expo, I'm bringing South Texas over there. No, no, no. I know what y'all thinking. I'm not competing, but we going. We going. CT Barber Expo. Tickets, got them. Flight, got it. Hotel, got it. I'm there. I'm there. With that being said, I figure I'd come back with a haircut tutorial, some light for y'all. Before we get into this video, please like, subscribe, do what y'all gotta do. We running the numbers up this year. It's 2024, it's already April. I'm late. We running numbers up for sure now. So let's get into this video, y'all. Before we even grab our clippers, we're gonna comb the hair out, water it out, and section out the top, just so we know how the hair falls and so we could visualize more or less how this cut's gonna look. So now that you've sectioned out the top, wet the hair, we're going to debulk the weight a little bit, just so we know where it's going to sit, where we would more or less want this fade to finish. And this also kind of helps with keeping bulk and flow at the end of the haircut. Jokes we made would turn into conspiracy theories. Now it's time to grab the clippers, y'all. Get your clipper, get your foreguard. As you can see, I'm getting my foreguard. Close the clipper and start to debulk the sides by going straight up. Don't go all the way up, don't go too high, but just flick off the shape of his head. So now it's time to start in our ball guideline with my Stylecraft Instinct trimmer. To start it off, I align it with the eyebrow in the front, and all I'm doing is rounding from behind the ear, and I'm just connecting it with the front of the guideline. Now it's time to start setting in my guidelines. I start off with my half guard, lever closed, and I'm just going to go about an inch up. Now for our second guideline, you're going to get your one guard, slap it on there, leave the lever open, and you're going to go up about another inch. So now we're going to go back to the foreguard, right? I know we used it last time to debulk, but now we're going to use it to set in another guideline slash start blending into that bulk. Now to start fading down and to blend into that 4, I'm going to get my 3 guard, lever close, and follow it up right underneath. I always wanted to live in Japan. To us Gen Xers, Japan was the place that made all the cool stuff that we so desperately wanted. In the 90s and early 2000s. So what you saying? Now you're going to get your 2 guard, lever open, and again, follow that up right underneath where you finished off with that 3 guard. PCs run on cell phones, which have really limited bandwidth. It starts to create strange new systems for communication, like emotion. It Now I'm gonna slap on that 1.5 guard, and we're gonna start fading out that guideline I did with the 1 guard open, and we're gonna go 1.5 guard lever open and straight to lever closed. Now you're gonna throw that 1 guard on there. This is where we're gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Feel me? You're gonna start off with lever open, and you're gonna fully erase that line to transition from the 1 guard to the 1.5 guard. Alright, and once you see that that line is fully erased, close that lever, and now you're gonna start lining up that guideline left with the half guard closed.
An English version of ToonChan.net. First time I saw 14 was the first day.
Now since you're fading down, you are going to see some dark spots, as you're going down. So go ahead and start detailing, if you have to, using the corners. Now we're gonna start bringing this fade together. Like I said, when you fade down, you're overlapping your
where they have like a
cards.
video
So right
on
now I'm
top
slapping on
explaining
that half
something,
guard.
and then the video on the bottom just showing something completely irrelevant. Like
Going into that 1 guard,
like
and as I'm coming down, I'm closing it, starting to fade out that very first guideline I left with the half closed. Now, after I did that whole step, you will see very little dark spots in your fade, but that's normal, All it takes is some detailing using the corner of the blade with the lever open. Those spots are gonna be gone. So now it's time to, fade out that bottom guideline, our bottom line. Go no guard, clipper by itself, lever open, and we're gonna go into that half guard and close the lever as you go down from open to halfway. Okay, and don't be afraid to go too high, cause that's what that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. I'm trying to teach you, don't be afraid to blend it out. Don't be afraid to take out those lines and go a little high. It's all good. It's all good. These bald fades look clean. I'm telling you. Now this is where that shear over finger from the beginning of the video really benefits you right now. Because right now I'm going clipper over comb, and all I'm doing is blending in the fade into the weight that we left with the shear over finger, the shear over finger, or finger over shear. I forgot the name. I'm not blending into the length of the top or the back. I'm blending into the weight and the bulk. You feel? You see what I'm saying? I know you can see. Now, after that, there's gonna be little hairs poking out, little dark spots that you probably couldn't get out. I'm just gonna do shear over comb, and I'm just gonna blend that right out.
Sparked a whole lot of debate about the impact of having a totally anonymous.
Now it's time for me to get my hitter. I use these Babyliss trimmers with the Gold FX blade for my lineups. Right here he does have a long C cup. There's a lot of hair, but the top of the C cup to where the sideburn starts to show, it's a little thick. So some people would consider this a pushback. I ain't gonna lie, some people would, but to me, I wouldn't call this a pushback. I'm just gonna use the corner of my blade, mark the top of the C cup where the vertical bar and the C cup connect, mark that, and go from the corner of the sideburn, connecting it in the middle. So now we're done with our clipper work. Putting the clippers down, getting the shears ready. Wetting the hair, and to figure out what exactly will blend into the sides, I'm gonna comb down, not necessarily starting from the middle of the head, but right here on the side. I'm just gonna comb that down, and all that weight that you see hanging over, I'm gonna pull that out straight towards me, not up, but straight towards me, and you will see a guideline where that weight from, again, from the beginning of the video, where that weight from where I use silver finger, and I'm just gonna cut that right there. Now it's not too much length, it's just weight. That is all weight. Now on lengthwise, he didn't want none cut off from the back. He just wanted me to even it out with the back. So I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna section out the middle, and I'm not going side to side. I'm gonna go front to back. You know, some people section out the hair going from front side to side towards the back. I'm going from the back to the front straight, and all I'm doing is evening out what the back hair was to the length on the top. And when it comes to pompadours, slick backs, or comb overs, I like to leave the front long just so it doesn't stick out too much and it flows perfectly into the back. You know, when they style it, and you know, if they put whatever pomade, whatever, it flows. You know, it's not like it'll stick out. It's gonna lay flat after they style it. Now to blend the length to the top to the weight on the sides, I'm gonna pull it straight from the direction of the head straight out. You're not straight up or not straight to the side, but at the angle it's at, I'm gonna pull it straight out from there. Pause. And you'll see where you left off from the side and where you left off, leaving the length in the middle. And it's gonna be like a pico. You're just gonna cut that off and even it out. That's it. So now we're gonna detail with our shears. There's detailing with the clippers and detailing with the shears. If you have to, get your regular shears, but the way I'm gonna do it, I'm getting my thinning shears just so that I don't fully take that weight off the side, so he can keep that flow. So now we're gonna get ready to do his edge up, cleaning off his forehead, brushing it off so we can see clearly. And when I do edge ups, I like to pin away, especially for long hair, specifically for long hair. I pin away the long hair, comb down the short hair. What I'm gonna edge up, I'm gonna comb it down, and to lay it down so it looks sharper, I'm gonna get my 1.5 guard, lever close, and I'm gonna go with the grain on it. And after I hit it with my trimmer, it's gonna look crispy. You know, sometimes with really straight hair, you really shouldn't do it, but I felt like I really should on this dude. So I start in the middle, work my way to the left or the right, depending on which way I start. Start from the middle, work your way to the left. I'm gonna comb the hair back down and work my way from the corner back to the middle. And you should be good. You should be good. You might have to fix it, you know, later on. You might see some hairs poking out. And you're just gonna do the same thing on the right side. Just start in the middle, or start from a little bit more to the left and connect it to the right side, going to the right, from the middle to the corner, and then back from the corner to the middle. And just, you know, brush it back out, cut off whatever's poking out. And it's gonna be crispy, I'm telling you. Alright, now when I line up my
Yeah,
mustaches,
I saw
I hit
him.
them with a one guard close. I just find it cleaner, easier, and crispier to line up, and it looks really good. It looks really good.
Cause he was
Now when you line it up
the
with
one
the
from
trimmer,
Fantasy.
try not to get such sharp trimmers, cause it's the lip and it kind of hurts.
Hey, tu compa Josh, where he at?
You don't gotta
Having a
go
blast,
too
I
high.
told him.
Just
He's
right there
going
in the
tomorrow
middle,
for
you're gonna
sure.
see a
Pinche güey
lighter
having a
spot.
blast, no mames.
That's where I start from, and I just work my way to the
I'm
sides.
coming for his ass.
Some people cut off that piece that hangs, some people
Like,
don't.
yes, yes,
It's really up to them. Now on goatees, some people have different preferences on the length or where they want it lined up. But this guy just wanted me to cut the regrowth, and he likes it. He likes to have his goatee wide and sharp on the side. So usually I round it off. But this guy, his preference was he wanted that sharp point on the sides. And then, well, you just, of course, bought him out underneath on the neck and on the and around whatever's growing out. And now it's time to line him up. So before I put my razor on him, I'm going to throw on some shaving gel so it's not too rough. Also, a lot of people have sensitive skin. You know, make this a habit to put on shaving gel before you use the blade. And I don't go with the grain on the blade just because I feel like it doesn't have that big of an effect. So I lay everybody down, and I go behind their head, and I go against the grain on the front hairline, on the vertical bar, and on the C cup. It just makes it look a little bit crispier. Now real quick, I'm just gonna go touch it back up, make sure everything's straight, make sure I got all the hairs. And reminder, what you do to one side, please do to the other, or else your haircut is going to be inconsistent and choppy. So now we're going on to the left side, doing the same thing, hitting it with the shaving gel, hitting them with the blade against the grain, wiping it off, and going touching it back up. Now it's time to swing him back up, and now we're gonna style his hair. When it comes to my clients with long hair, I like to style their hair just because I feel like it tops the service, and they can see what they look like when their hair is styled. And so for this one, I got the level 3 matte putty clay. He said he likes his hair dry, so it was either between the texturizing powder and the clay. I went ahead and went with the clay, and I'm just gonna work it in there, make sure the product is actually sitting well with his hair, and getting the top and the back. And then I'm just gonna comb it out with, I don't really know what this comb is called. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what it's called, but it's got teeth. It's got thick pointy teeth, and it kind of just adds a little bit more texture. And a lot of my clients love it when I use this comb. So now that his hair is styled, I'm showing him what it looks like through the mirror, and I got his okay. So now we're gonna get ready to clean up and get him off the chair. You know, throw some talc powder, shave his face. I did it with the trimmer, I know, but you gotta do it with the shaver too.
It's a good show.
Hey, you don't let me call you?
Drop the Italian stallion end, will ya?
And you know I gotta hit him with that spice ball afterwards. I bought this mist spray. I love it. I overuse it, to be honest with you.
Hey, I think it's a good idea too, as a cover, not me actually.
Now this is what homeboy looked like before the cut. 3 weeks of growth. And this is what he looked like after. Y'all cannot tell me that this is not clean. This is clean.
Test it, don't bump it.
Alright y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope it was as educational and simple. I tried my best making this video. You know, I tried to simple it down, and I tried to show y'all what I can do. Say my steps is clear, and you know, I really tried on this video. You know, we're gonna get deep into it now, y'all. We're gonna get deep into it. I'm gonna try and drop as much content as I can for y'all. All right, because this is for me, but it's also for y'all. I'm here to help. I'm here to spread knowledge. All right, you know what I mean? So leave a comment if you want to see a certain video. If you want to see me do a certain haircut, you know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all watching. If you watch all the way to the end, I appreciate you. Stay tuned for the next video, y'all.